global economic crisis,
rising costs, budget cuts,
layoffs,
and bleak economic prospects.
The economic view for this year is overall gloomy. In turn, social classes have shifted. The rich in particular are treading a tightrope in order to increase or maintain their level of wealth.
To stay within the upper economic class is like being in fashion.
Because one day you're in, the next day you're out.
There are gainers and losers in view of the recession. It has made some rich richer,
while the poor, poorer.
However, all hope is not lost for the losers.
You just need to think smart.
Social class is at a cursory glance, only a perception to others.
A political economist, Thorstein Veblen, coined the phrase conspicuous consumption after he had observed that it was the wealthy that had placed the benchmark for everyone else in their consumption of goods and services. Bearing that in mind, the following are methods you can adopt to pretend or sustain your tai-tai image to others.
How you present your appearance to others is most important because that is the first thing that others will take notice of. The Consumer Price Index in Singapore has gone up by at least 5% since 2011. However, with a tighter budget constraint now, you can still look elegant and rich with these simple tips.
Always keep branded paper bags instead of just dumping them away. When you're out shopping with your friends, do already carry a few stuffed paper bags with you.
You can still stay pretty and preened without having to spend too much money too. Dazzle your friends after a DIY manicure session at home, for example with cheap materials and little effort put in.
Being a tai-tai, you get to enjoy the finer side of life. When it comes to food, nothing's better than tender juicy beef, paired with James Berry Vineyard Tassel Blaze 2007, along with a good companion.
But what happens when you throw your husband's clients into the mix? Increase in food prices might not allow you to have expensive dinners or lavish parties, but fret not. Check for bundle deals or discount coupons online or in magazines and newspapers, all without your friends knowing.
However, to keep up with the pretend image for the long run can be exhausting, and that's also if your cover hasn't been blown yet. Try to take this period as a change of your rigid luxurious living and explore a variety of ways without having to spend so much. In fact, the rich are coming to terms with the economic realities. According to ABC News, even the super rich and those with hefty trust funds are cutting back. The following are practical ways in which you can follow. In fact, Serena Merriman, one of Manhattan's it girls, says because of the recession, there's been a trend to mix high and low fashion. She thinks people are embarrassed to be wearing really expensive clothes or to be carrying handbags with big logos on them. Yes, fellow tai-tais, looking not so rich is in vogue this season.
The tendency to shop in a hurry, as opposed to having a shopping list and plenty of time on your side, will prevent you from overspending or buying things you don't really need.
Ready? Set? Shop!
Always envy your friends' fashion items, why not share wardrobe with each other? This way you feel less of a need to shop for more items. Spending too much on makeup? Why not try permanent makeup? The average woman spends about $18,000 on makeup in her lifetime. This cosmetic technique involves the permanent pigmentation of the skin or tattoos to produce the results of makeup on your face, lips, and eyelids. These procedures cost $250 to $1,000 depending on the clinic. So, you could conceivably save a lot of money by getting your makeup tattooed onto your face. Maybe it's time to ditch the makeup and embrace the needle.
Brag about your good deals. It has now become a new talking topic. One Nielsen study found that 40% of consumers who considered themselves coupon enthusiasts in 2009 lived in well-to-do households with incomes of at least $125,000 a year. Do your exercise at home. Revoke your gym membership and exercise within the comforts of your own home and privacy. With the help of YouTube or Kinect, you find it easy to do calisthenics or yoga, for example, without having a paid trainer physically beside you.
In Singapore, we are more insulated from the recession as compared to major economic countries such as America. Singapore's economic growth is expected to be between 1 to 3% in 2012.
Inflation has also eased to 4.8% in January, the first time since May last year that price increases have gone below the 5% mark. However, recession is a wake-up call to us and a valuable lesson. There's never been a better time to do with less and discover a rich and meaningful life ahead of us.
In 2005, a study was done which compared 200 Americans who voluntarily simplified their lives with 200 typical Americans. The results showed that those who simplified their lives were significantly happier.
Results also suggest that keeping up with wealth, status, and prestige can lead one to feel depressed and dissatisfied. As such, one should place focus on personal growth, family, and community in one's life instead.
Recession or not, you can still live life the way you want by thinking positive or being creative.